Oh, and the one thing that I wanted to touch on that I'm going to try to get you guys interested in.
Nope, not doing it.
You're doing it. I mean, it's going to be talked about a lot in our household, so you're going to have to get on board with the, group that came out of Boys Planet.
Oh,
Zero Base One.
Yeah, Zero Base One. I mean, ZB1 sounds cool. Zero Base One, I mean, at least in English sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, but do you know what they're calling their fans?
No.
Zeros.
Someone but that. Hello, all you beautiful K-pop fans and stans, and welcome to the K-Pod Show, where we talk all things K-pop. Where I'm your host, Trevor Davison, and with me today, we've got my co-pilot, Nate Peruch.
What's your blood typo? I'm Nate.
I love it. I love your song intros. And we have the always lovely Amanda Lee.
Hello. I can't think of anything quite as interesting as Nate.
And
hi, everyone.
Well, that's okay. You don't need to. And most importantly, we have you, the listeners, here. So thank you for joining us today. Nate, Amanda, how are you two doing?
Doing good. A little tired because we're recording late, but we'll push through.
Yeah, a little sleepy, but good.
Oh, the things we do for our listeners. Okay, so Amanda, what topics are we going to talk about in today's episode?
Well, today we are going to talk about some recent comebacks, some upcoming comebacks, maybe some comebacks we hope will be happening, and see where the conversation leads us from there.
Okay, well, don't call it a comeback. Let's go. It sounds like we have a lot of comebacks this year, ones that have already happened, ones that are coming up. So I guess let's just dive right in. And Nate, which comeback do you want to talk about first?
Yeah, I'm gonna save the Le Sserafim one, but
Okay.
I mean, we can go with my favorite. Idol is coming back, and probably by the time this is out, they came back. But
Yeah, May 15th, right?
Yeah.
So it's from today's date, that's a little over a week away.
mm-hmm.
So
Okay,
pretty
it's getting
excited about
close.
that. Yeah, very close.
didn't even realize.
We're going to Target together, right? You can go pick it up.
Yeah,
Did you pre-order it?
Yeah, I got 3 of them.
Okay.
I was thinking about
you
the
pre-ordered.
okay,
Okay.
one too. No,
All right.
how in love with them I am.
Well, no, I pre-ordered the last album that they came out with. But I think I'm just going to do the Target exclusive. But what works out well is you got the pre-order, so we can see all the pre-order benefits that you get, and then we'll be able to see the Target exclusives that I get, and we'll do some unboxings, and so that way we've got a little bit more content for the socials.
On TikTok, if you want to watch that, and Instagram. So
And then Facebook
Yes,
Reels.
I will post it there.
yeah, we might do reels. If you want us to do reels, just let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just, whatever way you want to see the unboxings and the content, you just let us know.
Yeah. Idol's also doing. Have you seen the albums where they are like focused on the photo cards, and then you get like a QR code and you download the actual album? Is that,
Yeah, I've heard of that. We haven't bought any of those. Did we?
No.
That are like that. But yes, I've heard that some albums are like that, or that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
because-
Idol's doing that, and it's weird. I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm a
So,
physical.
yeah, do you mean like Q went from giving them nothing to giving them 3 versions, all the digipacks, that stuff, Target exclusive, and I think there was actually one more thing like Weibo or something had an exclusive. Like,
Well, yay.
They
Good
know,
for
yeah,
them.
no, it's awesome, but like it's just also kind of annoying because they
Because you
didn't
want to get
believe in
everything.
them.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't believe in them, and
Well,
I'd like to afford all of them, but there's no way.
well, they know that contract is ending in 2025, so they're like, oh,
We gotta keep
no,
Yeah.
they're doing well. This is our bread and butter.
Now they're
like,
gone.
Yeah,
If they stay, that's a miracle. Like whatever Cube did, like gave them 50% ownership or something. Like, there's no way. Like they openly are talking about it and have been for like years. Well, hinting at it for years, openly talking about it like within the last like 6 months to a year.
Now, let me ask, so do you think if Cube says, you know what, bring Sujin back and we'll keep giving you promotions like this, like, do you think they stay with Cube or do you still think they jump ship?
No, if they do it at where they're contract negotiating.
Yeah.
Right. I
Yes,
think it depends.
if they do it before then so that they're kind of stuck. Like Cube, if they're smart, I don't want them to do it, but Cube, if they're
Right.
smart, they sign.
Don't say it. Just in case they hear us.
Yeah.
No, but they sign Sujin now, pop her into like a 5-year, 7-year contract, and other members aren't leaving. If they left, I'd be so surprised.
Right.
Surprised if anybody. Like they also talked about that. Like all we want is to stay together. All we want is to stay together. Like multiple interviews, always say
Yeah.
the same thing.
I mean,
all we want is to promote as a
together.
group and
Yeah.
stay together.
And all of their albums, they have a plenty of Easter eggs. Like
Yeah,
for
Cherry.
Sujin.
Cherry's been not every version, but it's been in every album since Sujin left. There's been a Cherry sticker or Cherry something. I think it's always been a sticker.
Right.
though. Yeah, so they're not like for the people out there.
They're not letting her go.
Yeah, for the people out there that are like stop talking about her. Yeah, like
Ain't happening.
yeah, like look at the like objective facts of it, and
Yeah.
like there's too much.
They
like,
they really want to keep her as part of the group.
yeah. Like there's like one or two things. Yeah, I get it. Maybe it's just coincidence or whatever.
No.
They're not that dumb though. Cherry's been her like that's her main nickname. Like that is her main
Right.
nickname. That they're not gonna put a Cherry in an album and be like, oh, we didn't know.
Right.
I had no idea. None.
It's
Not a
it's
coincidence.
obviously it's on purpose.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for that, and I'm proud that they keep doing it.
So
like
do you
referencing her and
do you think that like behind the scenes, like, you know, she still has stuff?
yes.
Yes, exactly. Do you think she is part of BTS now? No, but behind the scenes, like, you know, do you think like she's still part of the group?
I
I hope
Just
so.
officially like out front.
yeah,
she
I
can't
bet
because
you that. So it might not be in their official group chat because Cube probably has access to that, but I bet you they have a separate one, like a separate Kakao Talk probably, where she's in it and she's taking, like she's giving input on the concepts and like what they're gonna do, and because it's always been a group decision. That's their way of functioning. Is Soyeon brings a thing and they yay or nay it, and well now it would be in Mini too, but like
Yeah.
they're all in it or they're not doing it. So
I mean,
they all grew
Makes
on the concept. They always are. Soyeon takes more control during the like music video stuff and like that type of stuff, but it's hard to have like 6 people.
Yeah.
know,
It's
so-
not everybody can always have a say in everything because
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
makes it too complicated.
Yeah, sometimes someone's got to take control of it. and stuff.
Exactly.
But
Makes sense.
yeah, I could talk about Idol for just
Yes.
Idol for.
We can move on to another group.
well, I know that personally. I like to think that she's still with the group, kind of behind the scenes. Helping
Yeah, I mean they're
drive
definitely
things.
friends, especially Shuhua.
So-
That's a like you can't fake that friend. Like you can't fake any of their friendships, but you especially can't fake Shuhua and Sujin. They're like soulmates and like non sexual way. Well, maybe, but
Oh my god!
Sujin did say her role was to seduce the girls. So
I'm sorry for my terrible singing. Bruce.
but if you haven't looked into that whole Sujin Shuhua relationship, you should definitely check it out because it's
It's a beautiful friendship.
yeah, heartwarming and heartbreaking when you know the end result. But I'll stop.
Okay. Moving on.
You're fangirling out.
Yeah,
It's okay.
100,000%.
It's okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's all right. I know how you feel.
Okay, so we all know how Nate feels about the Idol comeback. Pretty excited. How about you, Amanda? Is there any comebacks that have happened already, or future ones that are happening that you are looking forward to,
Well,
or that you've enjoyed so far?
I guess we can talk about TXT's comeback this year because there's been a lot of talk about that. They decided to change up their image a bit with their Temptation album.
Little bit more mature.
Yeah,
Is that the one that
a little less clothing.
a little more risque.
Is that Devil by the Window
Yes.
one? Or is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, it's got Devil by the Window, Sugar Rush Ride.
Yeah, those are the two I listen to.
So how many versions are you going to buy? All of them.
How many versions do we have at the house? I didn't buy any.
Do they have
Faith-
digipacks and stuff too?
Faith bought all the, we got the ones from Target.
Yeah. I'm sorry. What?
Oh, no, do they have the digipacks for them too? Is everybody doing that now, or is it?
I don't know. I don't know what all the versions are. I didn't really look into that closely.
Yeah, they have 3 versions. Do you know, or 2, or
That would have
sure.
been. I'd have to look it up. I can't remember. I
gotcha.
can't remember how many versions there are. At least 2, of course.
than one.
It's more than, yeah, more than one for sure.
I think it's funny with them how I love some of their songs, and then other ones I just I listen to Devil by the Window and Sugar Rush all the time.
Yeah,
but
I mean
don't-
those performances are great. Like the dances
yeah,
and
very
just,
interesting. Yeah,
the performances in general, and yeah, I mean it's the concept of the album is them growing up, basically leaving their childhood behind, kind of thing. It's kind of like a Peter Pan concept too.
yeah. Well, they've always been kind of geared more towards a mature audience, no? Because they had F words and stuff in their first songs.
Yeah.
They did, but I feel like at the same time, most of their music or concepts have been pretty lighthearted.
Yeah. So the visual and dancing is
Yeah, I mean, not every song. I mean,
So lyrically a little bit more mature, but concept wise, little lighter.
well, even in
you did have Puma.
well, even in the the variety show I watched with them, I think that they swore, and I think they said the F word in that, or typed it. I think they typed it.
Oh, really?
And then, and then I think it was Jesse that said about the boobs, but they all reacted funny and awkwardly. But
I mean, who doesn't?
yeah, because I guess melon in Korean's also slang,
It's slang.
Oh
here,
yeah, the
too.
watermelons. Yeah. That was
It's a
funny.
nice set of melons you got there, Nate.
Well, she had to mime watermelon. So,
Thank God we're not recording this podcast for YouTube or anything. Oh,
but that was funny.
yeah.
That was a funny show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess. Well, they've also kind of matured. Not matured, but they've also grown into music that I like more and more. Because was it Loser Lover? Is that?
that was the first one where they were. That was the first one where they said the F word. Or was
think
that
so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. That one was okay, and then
It's one of my favorites. That one.
that one was growing
and
on
Love
me.
Song.
I don't know if which one's Love's.
Definitely heard Love Song. It's their main song. I mean, maybe I only think that. I don't know. It's my favorite song.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird. They're if you had just shown me the songs that I liked, I'd be like, wow, I think this is my new favorite band. But then you show me the rest of it. Even Lonely Boy's really good too. But yeah, you show me the rest of
It's
them.
one of my least favorite songs.
Going.
But it's
I mean, obviously, I have different music taste.
yeah. Oh, I would meet some places, but yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
other spots. So
No.
I think we're more consistent though.
Yeah, we're way more consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Love Song's my favorite TXT song for sure.
I'm a loser.
And Can't You See Me, if you haven't heard that.
I don't think I mean, I probably heard it because I always go through and listen to all of them at least one time. But yeah, I don't think I'm almost certain I haven't added it to anything.
Yeah. Love Song, Can't You See Me? And I don't know. I mean, I like most of their songs. There's a few that I feel like I might skip if it came up on my playlist that, ones that I don't always want to listen to. I got to be in the mood, but...
Do they produce their own or no?
No.
No, that sucks. That's like one of the things I love when they do it, and when they don't, it's
very few produce their own though.
Yeah.
I don't know if he still does all their songs, but I know in the beginning, Bang PD did all of their songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know about now, but
Yeah.
Like when they
first started out, he was the creative control, I guess.
Yeah.
You could say.
But they seem to have a lot of freedom outside of they're one of the most. It seems like Hive in general gives a lot of freedom.
I think once you've proven yourself,
Well, Le Seraphim has a lot of I guess freedom, and they're relatively new.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's
I
a
feel
good
like
point.
under
That's a good point.
Hybe or under Big Hit,
Compared to YG, YG, Blackpink earned it now, so they're getting it. But starting they're one of the strictest ones.
yeah, I mean, I think it seems to me like they have a lot of freedom. I mean, they seem like they're enjoying themselves and have a lot of fun. But yeah, I'm really happy with their comeback this time around. It was really good.
Well, I kind of went from I listened to Sugar Rush a lot, and then I started recently I've been listening more to Devil by the Window, so I'm switching as Sugar Rush is getting a little old. It's not getting super old, but it's flipping to the next. So
I wish there were more songs on that album.
yeah, that's a good thing and a bad thing about K-pop is there's many albums, so they come out quicker, but you don't get as much.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because I'm like, oh, I'll listen to this album while I'm doing this, and then 10 minutes goes by and the album's already over, and I'm like, wait, now I gotta cue something else up.
Well, it especially sucks when they're brand new. You only have so many. When they build up a
catalog.
Yeah, you think. Then you have more to listen to, and you can kind of listen to it for an hour or whatever. But
yeah, Stray Kids.
Yeah.
Which their comeback is surprisingly they're coming back again. I feel like
I felt like
they're always coming out with new music.
I felt like
all
they
the time.
just did a comeback, and I was like, wait, yeah, because when you told me they were doing a comeback, I was like, didn't they just have one?
And I'm like, they've had two since then.
Yeah,
yeah, that's great. Well, it's probably because they self-produce, so they probably have a bunch in the bank.
They do. They've talked about it. I mean, they've said even on their most recent album or the ones that they've released this year, this past year, they were talking about how some of those songs they wrote 3 years ago.
Yeah. No, that's really. Yeah.
Well, no. I was just gonna say. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I like Stray Kids so much.
Yeah, I don't want to say that it counts against bands that don't produce, but I don't know how else to say it.
It definitely counts for the bands that produce their.
It just that's because you're hearing their expression, their creativity, and you can get that with to an extent. You can get it with completely lyrically and musically produced songs by someone else, but it's a lot harder.
So off podcast, I was actually talking about this with Amanda. So and that's why so groups that play their own music, like Xdinary Heroes, right? They can play all their own instrumentals,
and they write their own
music, or Stray Kids where they produce their own music. It means so much more to me as the listener, knowing that it's coming from them. It has a different heart, has a different soul, and not to take anything away from the groups that just perform other people's music, but that's really what it is at the end of the day. Like, they might do it incredibly well, better than anybody else, but it's still someone else's.
Yeah.
Someone else's song.
Yeah, it's someone else's song that they're just playing or performing. And so, yeah, I just think it's a lot better when you can produce your own.
Well, like, I get, like, not being able to get the title track or even like the B-side. Like, I get it, because they're world-class producers. I'm honestly, in my head, I'm thinking about Teddy for Blackpink.
Yeah.
Like, I get you can't beat Teddy. Like, he's amazing, but
Clearly.
like, you can still have like one track on there, or you can like work with someone like a lyricist. Like, you don't have to produce the actual music. Like, you can, like, even assist, like, have to work together, like, have an idea, you think it out, you tell them, and then
then they work it out. Yeah. So like you said with Teddy, world-class producer, right? But if I if I had an idea, I'd be like, hey, look, I really got this cool idea for this new song, and tell him the idea, and then let him run with it. Like, even that, I
Right.
think, would
Well,
be-
I'm sure that happens. I mean, I know that the guy who writes for ATs, like, they're really close with him, and they work together with him on their songs. So it's
I guess there's a certain like threshold you need to meet to like get the writer credit or whatever.
Yeah.
But which sometimes it's not right. I've seen like stuff about like how there's someone that put in like 30% of the work, but they don't get the writer credit because
that's messed up.
Yeah.
yeah, I've heard of that happening too.
Yeah. Yeah, they need at least co-writer. Well, it's money. It's all about money. You can't you split the even if they you put co-producer or whatever, you still like you're splitting the money.
Yep, somebody else is getting cut.
Yeah.
Well, what other comebacks? I can't talk. What other comebacks do you guys want to talk about?
Let me check my list.
So I guess the comeback that I was really looking forward to was Aespa's.
Yeah.
Just because I've everything that they've put out so far, I have really, really enjoyed. And this one, it was supposed to drop in February, and then that got pushed back because of all the back and forth between
Lisu, man.
Yeah, exactly, which we've touched on in previous podcasts. So that kind of put a halt to it, and then they wanted to change up their traditional concepts and do something a little more earthy, real world. And I don't know, I feel like it's off brand. So that's, I don't know. I want to be excited for it, but I'm finding a hard time being as excited for that as I thought I would be.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's been so many other good comebacks that have come out this year and that are coming out. So it's, I don't know, it's a good year for comebacks. So overall, I'm, not too disappointed, because I know that there's other things to look forward to.
Well, RM and Suga's comebacks were really good too. I think Suga's better
And Jimin?
than.
And Jimin.
Oh, I only listened to the what's his song name?
Face Off?
Face Off. And yeah, that's
Set Me Free?
actually,
Part 2?
I don't. Well, whichever one it is, it's
you're
great.
failing.
It is great. But
Every song is great.
yeah, I haven't listened to the whole album. I actually downloaded it all, but I haven't gone through it. But like, I've gone through all the RMs and Sugas, and yeah, RMs has a lot of slower songs on it, and that's not, I'm not really a big fan of that. But he has some other ones that, well, even the semi-slow ones are good, but like the good ones are good.
Yeah. I really liked it because it's different. I feel like it.
Yeah, especially for RM. Yeah, it's got a different vibe.
Well, the mono, the last album, was completely different than this one too. Like,
Right.
It just had they're like very unique tones,
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
The versatility though.
Yeah, I love how he wants to try out new things.
Mm. And yeah, that's like, I 1,000,000,000% get that. Like being in a band and stuff. Like, you don't want to be. Real quick side note, my dream band has always been a metal type band, but then also like will break into like blues choruses or even write like a blues song like separately. Like that's always I don't like being bounded. So I get exploring like that's, but it is kind of like punished. But like artistically, I get it. Like
yeah, you don't want to do the same thing all the time. You want to try new concepts, new types of music, new things.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, you did bring up a good point though there about it. Like when you try something new, it's almost like you're being punished. Like
yeah,
because the fans have a certain expectation of your sound and
exactly
and everything. But then when you want to try something new, it's like, oh, well, hold up, what is this? And it's not just with K-pop. I think it's across the board. All
that happens with all bands. But I think that BTS in particular, I mean, they're really lucky because they have such a wide fandom that everyone in their fandom, you know, because there's so many of us,
billions.
They have the luxury of being able to try something new because, you know, as fans, we have other things that we like, other types of music that we like. So, you know, people are going to like it.
Yeah.
Maybe not every,
no
they're going to get support no matter what because their fandom is so huge.
I mean, that's
you
the
know?
awesome thing about the fandom, but at the same time, the reverse where like everybody recognizes you has to be hell, absolute hell. Like,
yeah.
just like you're not like, someone in BTS talked about it where like they can't have friends now. Like, like they can't like meet somebody new and like, because like it's all Hollywood type of
right. Everybody knows them already.
I mean, if they met me, I'd pretend that I had no idea who they were, and then we could be friends. Don't you say it? Don't say. I knew where you were going with it. I knew where you were going with it. She was gonna call us out like she did in the first episode.
I don't remember what
you would have recognized them, so you really wouldn't know who they were.
You would recognize them. See that? That's what we call a callback, kids.
I'm on the podcast. I didn't.
I mean, maybe if it was RM, you would recognize him.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
I think, I definitely could recognize everybody.
Yeah, at this point.
Yeah,
After we were shamed,
the names off the top of my head, but
after we were shamed,
yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm terrible with names. So, and then add Korean.
Dude, you forget my name half the time. So,
Jim.
In.
But yeah, all of that, everything that they've put out individually has been really good though. That I've really liked.
I was surprised by Jimin's.
I was so surprised.
Yeah.
It was not what I expected at all. It wasn't anything like what I expected, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised.
I know it told you, but I don't think it told you.
Can you tell me?
That like him swearing in that, like I like swearing anyways, but like I don't know why. Just anyways, that's not the point. That use of swearing is like the most effective I've heard in like years. Like where he placed it, his delivery, and like then the drop, like it's so perfect. Like the first time I heard it, I was like, I think I might even got chills, but I was like, oh my God, that is,
you were like,
so good. But it was just like, I was like that's not gratuitous use of like swearing. That's like effective. That's like what it's about. Like that's using it like it's supposed to be used versus just like throwing it out there randomly. Like,
I see what you mean.
Yeah. So like I'm surprised, but I love that song. Yeah. I do need to listen to the rest of his album now. So
you definitely should.
I have a few saved for Suga's, like and D-Day, and I can't remember the name of the Korean spelled one. Hegum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a few more too.
Have you?
Fuller Night.
Oh, you haven't seen the music video then?
No.
Did I show that to you?
Guys, Joe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It was so good.
So good.
Yeah, it was really good. The only thing I wish that they would produce a cinematic version and then produce a separate version that doesn't have the cuts in the middle, because that always annoyed the crap out of me. I can't, because like having the music or playing the music video and then having like a pause of like 20 seconds or something else happens, like not a fan.
Where there's like silence or like a scene in the middle of the music video.
It just ruins the flow of the song and like
Yeah.
and I don't, like I said, I don't mind it. That's also like an artistic thing, but they need to like
I like the
cut
cinematic.
I just can't
music videos. I get it. I get it. Like, cause so there's times where I'll listen to it on YouTube in the car, and you're right. Like when I'm not watching it and I'm just like listening, it's like, oh wait.
Oh yeah,
what?
you don't want to like listen to that version. You just want to watch that version. Yeah.
Exactly.
Is it Blood, Sweat, and Tears that there's like a 30-second break and there's like water going on or something? And
Is it Blood, Sweat, and Tears, or is it Fake Love? Maybe both.
Yeah.
Have that, but I do. The one that you're referring to, I think, is Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Yeah, and it just I can't. That's just like a pet peeve, though. But yeah,
No, I agree. I think having the two versions would be beneficial, but then again, you're also talking more money.
I mean, there is usually more than one version, because I mean, don't they usually do like the music video? Yeah, the performance video will have
does BTS do that? I feel like I've never noticed it.
Yes,
maybe YouTube doesn't suggest it to me.
Maybe YouTube just not suggesting it to you.
Come on, YouTube, step your
I've
game
seen
up.
all of them.
Yeah,
There's definitely performance videos.
I mean, it makes sense, especially for BTS, though. So.
Okay, so well, we've talked about Aespa, we've talked about Idol, we've talked about TXT, we've talked about some of the solo BTS members. What other comebacks do we have?
I showed you a little bit of IVE.
Oh,
Have you? Oh, I showed you too. No, I showed
did?
you. I know I talked about it. I think I
didn't see any of. I didn't.
No, you definitely showed me because
IVE.
we got yelled at to turn the TV down because people were trying to go to bed.
Well, which ones did I Am we listened to? And Kitsch, I think.
I can't remember the names. I remember the music videos.
Well, the one with the plane. Do you remember how you felt about that one?
Yes. Okay, so that's typically not my style.
Yeah, same actually.
But for whatever reason, it was pretty catchy, and I found myself really like it. And the vocals on it, oh my gosh!
Yeah, for IVE,
vocals. Yeah,
I'll have to listen to it. I love all of their songs, and
some of the notes.
I've been meaning to get more into them because I don't really know them. I don't watch any of their content or anything. I just listen to their songs.
I mean, I don't even really listen to many of their songs because a few that I've listened to, I'm like, it's not really
11?
my style. I mean, like, I'm not saying that their songs aren't. I'm not saying that their songs aren't good, but they're just, most of them aren't really my speed.
Well, I guess I could see how they're not your style.
But again, I'm not saying that they're bad. And the song that you showed me, I was actually really impressed with the vocals, even though it's not typically my style. I was like, okay, cool. I could probably get into this. And now it's maybe making me rethink my original thoughts about IVE, and I don't know, have to revisit them.
To think that I might be convincing someone about IVE. I have a thing with IVE.
You have a thing?
Well, yeah, just I'm overcoming it. We'll put it that way. But I followed their producer on Instagram because that's how much I like their songs, like the actual songs themselves, and 11, right? Like that pre-chorus, that is like the most innovative pre-chorus. I said it at the time too. I was like, that is the most innovative pre-chorus I've heard in K-pop. That slow tempo drop thingy. And I was like, that is pretty dang good.
Well, you were comparing it when we were watching it. You were comparing it to like how metal does it too, right? Yeah. Just the drops and stuff like that. Well, the IVE stuff too. There's a lot of, not the main title tracks, but Blue Blood. Actually, that was my little thing earlier in the intro, and Hypnosis. They're very rock-ish. Like you get like if one of those two songs like was being played on like is that a stomach growl? Yeah, it was a stomach growl.
if one of those two songs were like you walked into like a rock concert, I think we said Linkin Park or something.
Yeah, we said Linkin Park.
Like if they're, we'll have to show you them, but
Yeah, you have to show me because I haven't heard that. I haven't heard Hypnosis.
yeah, it's good. It literally like if you walked into the concert, a Linkin Park concert, and they was playing, you wouldn't bat an eye.
Like if
You'd be
Linkin Park were playing their song, you would be like, it would sound at home with Linkin Park playing it. Basically, I think it's what we were talking about, right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm tired, so I can't explain correctly.
It's been a long day. We made a lot of content.
Yeah,
did a lot of stuff. So yeah.
But I'll definitely have to listen to it because I really like them a lot, and
I'd recommend I Am specifically. You're going to listen to only one.
Thinking about getting into them more and actually learning all of their names.
Second add to the 100 plus that you've already memorized.
Yes.
I only know one Young. I don't.
That's all I. Yeah, I only know her too.
I feel like I've seen
Anyang. Anyang.
I feel like I've seen some. Like I feel like I like. If you gave me the like, there's one other person I sort of know the name of, but I don't know it. Like right now.
You can't think of it off the top of your head. Yeah, I don't know any of the other girls, but they are all great performers and they all sing very well. So.
We have another one because George here I get to LE SSERAFIM in my very.
I don't know. Are we ready for that?
It's not that bad, but
I don't know. I mean, I can mention in Hype In.
Okay, yeah.
They're also like TXT. Growing up. I guess you could say.
Those darn kids, they just grow up so fast.
Doing a darker theme for this upcoming album.
Are they just in teaser phase right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Just in teaser phase. Not sure if they still will be by the time this episode airs, but as of right now, they are just releasing photos and teasers. But yeah, it's Dark Blood, vampire theme.
Oh, do you know Vix? Probably not. VIXX Vix.
No.
Not like the Vix paper rope.
The group?
Yeah.
No, I don't know them.
Yeah, that's an older band, but they were always like kind
this
of
podcast brought to you by Vix. No, I'm just kidding.
Not the.
Sorry, go ahead.
They were always that concept, like a kind of like very dark, gothy, like vampire-y type of thing. Sorry, it just reminded me of.
Yeah, no, their newest album, I guess, is that concept, and apparently they have like a webtoon. That's vampire concept, I think, but yeah.
So that's that. The webtoon is part of the actual promotion. Or?
I mean, I think it's kind of like they're promoting both, but it's not the same. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know. I haven't really looked into the webtoon that much.
I don't. What's some of their famous songs? I don't remember if I like them or not.
You don't remember if you like and Hype In? Oh my gosh! Okay.
Look at my phone, even if I.
Yeah, just look it up. What are my favorite songs? I mean, they're most.
Google, what are my favorite and Hype In songs?
Chat GPT.
Yeah, Chat GPT will tell you what your favorite songs are, and if you don't like them, Chat GPT will come for you.
Pass the Mic is their like recent.
Pass the mic. Yeah, I don't have them added at all to my library, so.
They're all. I got everything added to my library. Let's pull it up.
Yeah, I don't like. Because I was thinking ATs for a second, their songs, like I confused them for a second, but I don't.
So I guess Drunk Dazed would be their first.
I don't think I like it that much.
Oh my gosh, I love Drunk Dazed. I mean, I guess.
Me too.
Days, and like something like that.
I guess in other albums too, there's been hints of like a vampire concept too, because even that first album has alludes to that concept. But yeah, Fever is a really great song. Although ATEEZ also has a song called Fever.
Yeah,
I have albums called Fever.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, for some reason, like
I did that
confused those
too.
two.
Yeah.
Did they come out around the same time, or did I just learn about them at the same time? Roughly?
I mean, they're in the same generation.
Yeah.
You probably just did learn about them around the same time.
Yeah.
Let's see. They have a lot of like hyphenated song titles like Tame Dash and Blessed Cursed, and
I definitely have seen this pop up on the way to New York. That's, I think, the only way, like, place I knew them from, and they weren't like notable enough for me to add them. So
You got another fandom coming for you.
yeah, I'm sorry.
but yeah, you should probably listen to. I don't know. You should listen to their Manifesto album. I think you would like it.
A bomber.
Not that type
Yeah,
of
the
manifesto.
album. You said album.
Yeah, the album's
Okay.
called Manifesto. Yeah.
Yeah. It says "Pass the Mic." Well, the song's called "Future Perfect," but like in parentheses, "Pass the Mic" because that's like the chorus.
And that's what everybody knows it as.
Yeah. But I like all the songs.
Actually,
on
let me
that one.
add that one real quick. So that's the one you recommend to add?
That is the one I recommend.
And if you listeners have anything to recommend, we'd love to hear that. It's always fun to listen to new things that,
You can listen
Might not think
to the song. You can listen to the song "Blockbuster" because
Okay.
Yeonjun from TXT is feat. On that song, he raps in that song.
Yeah, that leads me a little bit more into.
And let's see. I don't know what other songs you'd really like.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, like when we were listening to it on way back from New York, it never really like.
Give "Drunk Days" to try again.
I know, yeah. Well, the chorus is like catchy, but I just. I mean, that's how a lot of bands I find are like. They'll have one part that I like love, but then like the rest of it I get bored.
Elevator, right?
Yeah, the verses are awesome, but yeah, the chorus.
Yeah, I mean, I like a lot of their like slower songs, and I know you're not a big fan of those. Otherwise, I'd recommend them. But
Are they on your poop playlist? It's going to be a
gonna
thing.
be a running
It's
thing.
going to be a running. Yeah, it's a thing. We're going to make it a thing.
they're on my work soft playlist that I listen to when I'm working.
No, you're good. So, all right. So we've got and hype in. Aespa. One band that we had mentioned earlier, but we didn't talk about their comeback is Xdinary Heros, right?
Yes.
So
you guys have to listen to the rest of the songs. Well, Nate, you have to
Yeah.
listen to all of them.
yeah, Nate, you have to listen to all of them, and I need to.
So
finish
add
the album.
it to your playlist right now.
And
Deadlock. Deadlock is what you want to listen to. But
All the-
specifically, Freaking Bad and Good Enough.
Well, I'll just add it is the newest.
Just
album,
listen to
like-
the new.
Yeah,
album,
yeah. Just,
Yeah.
just listen to the whole.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like I
called
said,
Deadlock.
I liked like every song that I can recall off of them. That had
Yeah.
that pre-existing
every
issue.
song.
Yeah. So far, all the songs that I've heard off of their new album, I have liked. So I haven't. There's not been one where I'm like, eh.
I mean, if they're playing live for real now, like that's been a band that 1,000% I could always stand. Well, I mean, I kind of consider Stan like beyond the music, but
Yeah.
like their music a lot. So I don't know how. I'm not saying that I don't like that. I don't know them. Don't come at me.
okay.
I just never seen them in an
Now,
interview.
now
Right?
you're
I'll
gonna have
teach you
all the
their
villains
names.
after you.
What's that?
I said now you're gonna have all the villains after you.
Is that their?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh God. Well, that's a
Yeah,
perfect
that's their
fandom to have come
fandom.
at me.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, because you can't have heroes without villains.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Good point.
Exactly.
That's not a bad
No,
fandom name.
it is freaking great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's right up there with like.
Neverland.
Ooh. It's. I, mean,
I don't know
it's-
what your problem with Neverland
It's
is.
so.
I
It's
don't mind
too,
Neverland.
It's too girly. That's the
Well,
problem.
not girly per se. It's like child. It's just too like.
I like it.
Well, Peter Pan, Neverland.
Higher.
Anyway, no, so Big Bang I think has a fantastic fandom name with the VIPs.
Fantastic Baby.
Fantastic Baby. Wow.
Yeah, VIPs is pretty good too.
Yeah. So Big Bang, BTS, Army. Obviously, you can't beat Army.
Crowdsourcing. Does anybody know? Hit up the socials. Why 21's fandom's called Blackjacks? Okay, that's it.
Okay. And
Was that a trick question?
No, it literally they're called Blackjacks, but I don't know why. Like I don't get the.
You feel real dumb.
We're not going to tell you. We're going to let the listeners.
Because of the
Because of the poker game.
Oh yeah, I don't do cards.
Oh.
As the Queen Card album comes out. No, I've 100% like other like card puns. Didn't get them. Didn't get them. If I'm not gonna get a pun, they're like, yeah. So yeah. So
Sorry.
Sorry,
Nate.
cancel the crowdsourcing request.
Oh no. Yeah, everybody.
No, you can bag on
hit those socials up. Let's have some fun with it.
I mean, I don't gamble, but
yeah.
I knew the answer.
Well, I mean, you watched me do it at Atlantic
Yeah,
City.
we literally just went to Atlantic City not that long ago.
Yeah.
But I knew before then. I would have known the answer.
That's fair. Let's see. Stray Kids with Stay. I think that's another great fandom name. And then Villains. It's perfect for Xdinary Heroes to get back to them. So go full circle back. So yeah, listen to the album, man. Like I said, I need to finish it, but that you're not going to be disappointed. So.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't disappointed in their other ones, so
absolutely.
Once you get past that barrier, then I'm good.
Well, I think that was only really the first video that I showed you, but subsequently they've had other ones where they actually are plugged in.
I mean, it's been a tradition of that, like.
That was me. Yeah.
It's been a tradition of them always doing that. So, I mean, I guess I also kind of expected them to continue doing that.
Yeah. Well, no, because when I saw it, I actually went back and had to look, and I was like, okay, cool. Like I actually saw like the chords and everything like running, and I was like, cool. They're actually
wait, real quick. I just want to interject that I know that they're talented, and part of why like it annoys me is because they're talented. I know that they can play, and sorry, I just wanted to make sure people didn't think that I'm like thinking they're faking things. So okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, I think that's
right. They can play for real, so that's why it bothers you that they aren't always allowed to play for real.
Yeah, so I'm like in a weird way on their side, but also kind of accidentally boycotting them because of, but yeah.
I think that's a fair point to make that distinction for sure. Because yes, they do, not only do they have the talent to play, but now they actually are playing.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, so. And if I ever see them in concert, one thing that I know that we've talked about before that we really like are when the groups have live bands. But I will lose my mind if we go to an Xdinary Heroes concert and they are actually on stage playing their own instruments, dude.
The verse. Okay.
Yeah. No, like if they don't just have a band playing on the back, like like Stray Kids
I can't wait. They're coming. We're going to that concert, right? When they come. I'm manifesting it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's not manifest it too early.
Okay. Can manifest it next year, guys?
Yeah.
January, February.
Any
tax season.
Yeah, tax season. I don't know.
Can you manifest
this past
most of
season?
Manifest most of them around tax season.
Yeah.
Nate, you sharing your refund with us?
Oh, yeah.
If anybody wants to donate to send us to these concerts, we will take fantastic videos and photos for you.
Yeah.
And you can live vicariously through us. We will create you some great content.
Yes, please.
No, but yes, whenever they do come around, that's on the list for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, so Xdinary Heroes, we just kind of geeked out on them for a little bit. Who else do we have that we haven't touched on?
I mean, there's a lot. I'm sure that we're missing. There's like literally dozens.
Yeah,
can
just
talk-
the ones we're like aware
Can talk about no, I don't know.
of. Taeyang. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he has the thing with Jimin and also Lisa from Blackpink.
Yeah, I love his song with Jimin,
Yeah, I'm not as big of a fan of that one.
but it's so good.
No, it's not bad, but actually I'm not too big on either one of them, honestly. But it's not like I like the Lisa one better than Jimin, but his new style is kind of like 90s-y. Like I said, I'm not a
That's
big fan
how
of-
the one with Jimin was. Yeah, it was very like 90s R&B vibes.
Yeah, and that's
I
not
agree.
my deal. Though there are exceptions, because actually one of my favorite songs, Le Seraphim, Impurities, is very like 90s R&B type, but it's more defined. Like the instruments are more, especially the bass. Like the bass is amazing in that song. But yeah, I don't know. It's yeah.
I haven't listened to it, so I will get there. There's too much. You
Yeah, well, everybody's-
literally cannot keep up with everything in K-pop, even if you tried.
yeah.
It's impossible. There's
Well, it seems like everybody in the last like few months, especially, and like going forward this month, is like coming back. Seems like a million people are coming back.
yeah. Well, they had all that time during the pandemic to
that
work on
always-
stuff, and yeah, which is great. I mean, look, there's no shortage of content for all of us. So
Yeah, for the next like 8 months until something else is coming out.
I just-
for time.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope it doesn't dry up because everything's coming out all at once. But
I don't think it will.
yeah, no, probably not.
I mean, there's always going to be new groups.
Yeah.
Coming out
I can't
too.
do any more new groups.
Unfortunately,
I slowly
so good.
get.
I
into, like,
I always say that, and then
And then something else comes
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
I said that, and then Xdinary Heroes comes out, and I'm hooked. So yeah, okay.
I said I wasn't gonna get into Le Seraphim.
I said the same.
I said the
Dude, I
same
said the same thing. Okay, so we all said the same thing.
Yeah. Well, part of it was because like losing Sujin was very painful, and they they lost I can't say her name, Kim Garam or Kim Garam, and like I didn't like she was gone before I started listening to them, but I didn't
Right.
I don't want to like fall in love with her and like but she's gone, so that's part of why I didn't want to like listen to them. So
Yeah. It makes it tough.
yeah.
I just didn't because I mean I already had Idol, Blackpink, ITZY, Aespa. I'm like I don't need another girl group.
Yeah.
But that
I need more boy groups. Like I'm kind of falling behind. Like I used to listen
Yeah,
to
with-
kind of evenly.
Yeah,
amount,
with
but
them, you've fallen behind.
yeah.
I'm trying to catch you up.
yeah. I just need to
You
go
catch
through
me
and
up
listen
on
to
the
them.
girl groups, and I'll catch you up on the guy groups.
see that's why
and
it's a
then-
perfect team.
And then we'll make it even. It works.
Yin and yang. Gotta
Yin
find.
yang?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and speaking
Gotta
of
find the balance.
Speaking of guy groups, we didn't mention Zykers. Is
Oh,
that how
yeah,
you
that's-
say their name?
Yes.
Me and the girls call them baby ATs. Because literally they sound just like ATs, which is a good thing.
I mean,
I'm not saying
they're-
it's a negative. It's a good.
Yeah, I mean they're the protege to ATs, right?
Yes.
Pretty much.
I know
Yeah.
that.
And you saw them in concert too last year, right? When you went to go see ATs, so which is really cool for K-pop because it doesn't ever happen. But they actually had Zykers open for ATs at their concert. I didn't get to go to it, but the girls went, and I just had to sit in the car like a loser. Not a lover.
It was
But-
great. It was a lot of. Yeah, they were good.
But yeah, no,
Them,
that's
they're good now. I mean, I listened to their whole album, and it really sounded like that whole album could have been sung by ATs.
so. I know that we
It was very similar.
Yeah, I know that we got the album for Elena, but I haven't listened to it yet. But should I listen to it? Do you think?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you'd like it.
Okay. I mean, it looked like from their concept, it looked like something I would like, but I don't know what Well, I guess I do know what their sound is like if you said they sound like ATs.
Yes.
So
Yes, they do.
yeah, I'd probably like them then. That's fair. Oh, what about the boys? Do they have anything coming?
I don't know if they have something coming out soon.
What label are they with? Does anybody know?
They have.
Not a big label, I know.
I don't know. What label are they with? I can't remember. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I like them. I like their music.
Yeah, that's another one that like I like parts of it and not other parts.
Yeah.
So I can't listen to it because like I'll love this part, but then it'll be like a part or two of like something I'm not interested in at all.
Have you ever seen the music video to Maverick?
It says they're under IST
Okay,
Entertainment.
I don't even know what that is.
If not, I'll have to show you. They're under what?
IST.
IST. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know that much about the boys. Because I only just really started getting into them. Like I listened to their music, but I didn't really like stan them. I only just like kind of recently started standing them.
No, that's fair. I mean, I don't stand them, but I like their music.
So I haven't learned that much about them, but I'll learn more.
Yo,
It's a rabbit hole that you just go down.
Yes, unfortunately.
50-50. Does anybody know about them?
50-50?
Yeah.
I mean, I've like heard of them, but I don't really know anything about them.
Of nowhere, and they're like dominating Billboard and
Because of their song, the Cupid song.
I don't like that song, but yes, it sounds very badly produced and
It's just
not a
so
fan
catchy.
at
It's
all,
like
but
the TikTok sound right now. It's like
really? Is that
all,
is it a
it's
TikTok?
all over TikTok, all over TikTok. Even like
Make them blow up. Then.
even like people who have like no idea what K-pop is and don't even know like it's a K-pop song. Like they're using it as a TikTok sound.
Okay,
So
that
Our
tracks.
search.
Now
It's
I kind of get it.
it's
'cause
like
I was
the
so confused.
TikTok sound right
The
now.
power of social media.
Yeah, because they are out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Who is
Yep.
this? Like, how are they tracking Billboard and like?
Because I had seen TikToks with that sound
mhm.
before I like even like I just thought it was like some random song. Like I didn't even know that it was a K-pop group at first.
Yeah,
Because but I just like
Are you able to play the sound? Because I don't know if I've heard it or not.
yeah. We can pause it while it plays and then we can come back in.
Are we allowed to just play like a little snippet on here? Like, is that? Well, I guess we're doing it.
It's sketchy.
that's not it.
Well, this isn't being monetized right now, anyways. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, I was thinking about that before, like playing like what she hasn't heard or what you haven't heard, like playing even like a little snippet of it.
yeah, just
Okay.
just a little clip. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, Spotify, if this is against the rules, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, that sounds like it could be TikTok. Okay, take that down before we get stricken.
I don't know. It sounds badly produced to me too. Like I don't.
I think that was the sped up version.
Okay.
But
So yeah, I was thinking that as you were playing, I was like, is that doesn't sound exactly like what I heard.
but that's what most people have been like using as a TikTok sound is
Okay.
like the sped up version of that song.
So you remember when you introduced me to K-pop and I was like, oh, it sounds cutesy. It's probably not really produced. That's 100% what I was thinking K-pop was. And that is exactly why I did not listen to it.
Yeah.
So
I feel bad. We're kind of bagging on them really hard, but I don't.
hey-
I just don't get it. Is all I'm saying. Like that, the production quality, like it's objectively pretty bad. Like
Isn't it? I mean,
it's not great. And
I get it.
in comparison
I like
to
it.
all the other stuff we've listened to.
Yeah, like it's not mixed that well.
I feel like it's just really fun.
I mean,
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair,
If that makes
I've
sense.
not
Like,
given them a fair shake. Like this is the first time
No,
I've heard
same,
them, so you
same,
know
but-
maybe I listen to them, or maybe there's a few other songs out there, and it's like okay, cool, like I get it now. But yeah, just from that one clip, I
Well,
can't.
I mean, even the production value is not their fault. That's the company's fault. They
Yeah.
don't have the money for it, I assume. But like,
No, I mean, I get why it's so popular. It's just like a really catchy song and it's like fun and like, I don't know.
Oh, it sounds
kind of
like-
makes you want to jump around and dance to it. Like,
yeah,
No, it totally sounds like a TikTok thing. So it's
no, that definitely like clicked in my head after you. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it now. Because before I was baffled. I think, what's happening?
How are they crushing it?
They are crushing it because of that one simple song.
Yeah, man, TikTok's like, if you get a song that hit, man.
TikTok will make or break you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like basically free promotion then.
Yeah.
Yep. True. But yes, it's all over TikTok. People are using that song for all of their TikTok edits and like for all their like any groups, like if they want to make like an edit, they're using that song.
But you know what though? Good for them. Good for them, man. Like I'm happy.
I mean, I'm assuming they're in a really poor company, like they probably get treated like crap, honestly, because a lot of the poor companies, like they don't. That's where the horror stories come from is the like the smaller companies, like girls getting like abused and stuff.
Do we know
getting,
what
like, hit? Like,
do we know what their what label they're with?
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Could we Google that? Check that out. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Because that would definitely lead some credence to what you're saying of
50-50. Let's see. We're formed by Attract, an independent record label.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you're probably not too far off
Attract,
then.
spelled with a K. ATTRAKT.
Yep, you're probably not too far off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know what though? If they're on TikTok and they're hitting big,
like you said,
for them.
That's good for them because I'm sure they never thought they'd get anything. Like they're in it for the love, probably because they definitely weren't expecting to make any money.
I mean, look, I'm totally happy for them. So they're doing great.
Well, now they got more money coming in too, so now they can actually get better production value, and then they have a better chance.
Yep.
So, yeah.
So who knows? Maybe they'll be one of those groups that grows on us.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they continue to do well and aren't just like a one-hit wonder.
Yeah. I mean, they probably won't hit that hard again, but they'll like have the money to stick around, and
I hope so.
I mean, depending on how the company manages
right?
it,
Yeah. Hopefully, they're being treated well. And
dude just bought $1 million house, and they got like nothing. That would suck.
That would suck. Probably happens.
Yeah. Oh, well, 100%.
More than we'd like to think, I'm sure.
So you want to talk about Le Seraphim's comeback now?
Let me tell you about Le Seraphim. Actually, can I hear your opinion? Because I know we watched the Unforgiven one. I don't know if we watched.
Yeah. I'm
anything else.
Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Or is it?
Unforgiven. I'm a villain.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the hook is very hooky.
It's fire.
It is, yeah. No, it's fantastic. A bit repetitive, but overall it is definitely like my speed, and it's just, I don't know, it's just another one of their songs where I'm like, okay, because again, I didn't want to like them, I didn't want to like another band, and here I am, they're putting out another song, and I'm like, okay, all right, daggone it. I'm sold. Yeah, so no, I liked it. I thought it was good. The dancing in the music video I thought was a little weird, but overall I liked the music video.
They're running out of dance ideas.
Yeah. They took inspiration from line dancing though. That's where it gets awkward.
Yeah, and they do this like little like jazz hands type thing. I don't know. Not my thing, but the song was my thing. So if I'm not watching the music video, but I'm listening to the song, totally cool.
Usually it's the opposite.
Usually it is the opposite, especially with a group like Le Seraphim.
Yeah.
So it's
Le Seraphim's super pretty.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I'm okay. Look, I'm not good. Okay, force me to watch their video. You got me. I'll do it. Jeez.
Who do you guys not think is super pretty though?
Well, I can't say it because I'll get taken down.
You will get taken down hard.
Afterwards,
You'll get taken down hard.
To know.
You're gonna have to leak it to everybody. Listen, everybody has different tastes, so
I mean,
I'm not gonna say
I
it,
think
but
they're all super pretty, but
there's some exceptions. So, and same with the men too. Like there's exceptions, but let's not get into that. I'm gonna get like letters to my house or something.
Mail.
Like, yeah. Well, let me get more hate mail for a second potentially. I'm so conflicted about the Unforgiven song. Oh, did you have anything else to say first?
Oh no, please go. Don't let me stop you.
Okay. So
it's okay.
they look great. Like
Unforgiven.
visually.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm a villain.
Sorry.
I know. They look great. It's like visual wise, it's their best comeback prize. Like in my opinion, the chorus is fire. Like right off the bat, I was like, wow, this is like amazing. The bass hits in the song, I could literally feel it in my chest, like how you are at a concert. Amazing. But then I got like halfway through the song, 3/4 of the song, you can't even tell where the verse is. It's like chorus, pre-chorus, pre-chorus 2, chorus, and then there's a verse in there, but it's so similar to the like pre-chorus and stuff that like you literally like don't realize it's the verse. And it's so repetitive, and that's one of my big things with pop music. Like I'm still listening to I'm listening to the song a lot still, but I know in like 2 weeks I'm gonna be sick of it. I'm gonna be so sick of it because it's just too much.
Too repetitive for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always a bummer when I feel the same way. There's a lot of songs that I do really like, but at the same time, they're repetitive. So
yeah,
it's hard to listen to them often.
Yeah. Would you agree with me? This is like one of the most repetitive K-pop songs in a long time that you've heard, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate.
You know what? Let's do it. Let's go hard.
No.
Should I name person I don't find attractive?
I'm not gonna. Yeah. Okay. Let me preface it by this is probably my favorite song off of this album, but I think Pink Venom is a bit repetitive, and I love it, and it doesn't stop me from loving it. And like I said, it's my favorite track on that Born Pink album, but it is also very repetitive. Maybe not as repetitive as Unforgiven, but yeah, if I were to compare it, I'd be like, that's kind of because Pink Venom's very hooky, very catchy, like you find yourself singing it. Same thing with Unforgiven. And but you know what, when the chorus and that hook is so fire and the music behind it, like the backtrack, is so good, it doesn't matter how repetitive it is.
Well, I'm finding myself with Unforgiven listening to it and being annoyed by it at the same time. I'm like it's so like I need to listen to it, but also I'm kind of sick of it. So I'm like,
I hate myself for doing this.
No, I have a question. I have a question for you because you said you like this song a lot, but I felt the opposite about Sugar Rush Ride, where I felt like all of the verses were great and the chorus is not.
Really?
I looks like the first time I heard the song, like I hadn't heard it, but like the very first time I like heard the song and I like watched the music video and like it started off great and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this song, and then the chorus started and I was like, but
well,
what?
I
was like not so sure. Like it's so. I mean, I'm not saying that I don't like it. I just like the verses more than the chorus, I guess.
I have a question then. If you had to isolate the parts, like the Sugar Rush, and the Give Me More, is one more of the issue than the other?
Definitely not the Give Me More part.
It's literally the opposite one. That's too good.
Maybe it's the
Give Me More part is what drew me in.
That's what you like? Oh my gosh. Maybe it's because I can't stand the way just the awkwardness of the dance.
No, I do think that part of the dance is a little strange.
It's awkward. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just the performance part that
listen to it by itself more.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. No, that's what. That's because it's a drop.
That's all I see in my head.
Yeah, it's I guess a problem. Well, it's that drop. That drop is like what gets me, because that's the metal thing again.
That's what you like that it changes. I mean, I like it when K-pop songs or just songs in general do that, where it has like that difference and like the song's not the same tempo the whole way through. I do like that, but that part of the song, it just throws you off.
Yeah, that's funny. That's too funny.
It's probably the dance. It's probably the dance.
Polar opposites. Yeah, polar opposites. That's fun.
Oh, real quick, since the dance thing, I know you touched on it a little bit as well. The La Seraphim dance is so. There's parts that are okay, but they literally like at one point they like raise their hands, like you think country line dancing, like they kind of, so they're kind of like jumping awkwardly like that and raising their hands, holding each other's hands together, and it doesn't work. It feels awkward. It doesn't work. Yeah. I mean, maybe some people think. I mean, obviously some people think it does, but
I mean, somebody proved it.
yeah. It just.
Like you said, Amanda, they probably ran out of ideas. They're like, let's just go with it.
Oh well, that's of course.
No.
I thought you were saying something. Well, also that it was produced by, it's either Neil or Nile Rodgers, who's a very famous American producer. He's produced for like, I'd have to look it up, but like a bunch of famous people and stuff. And I feel like that's where the repetitiveness comes from.
Let's get
American pop repetitiveness is put into that.
Let's get him on the show and ask him.
Yeah, like why? What did you do? No, but I think that's where it comes from, because I don't like American pop really. Like I like Post Malone and like some, but a lot of.
But is he pop though? Like he's kind of like very.
Some of them he's technically rap.
Yeah.
But
do you like Taylor Swift?
No.
No.
We're not well, you can name a bunch
Taylor Swift fans coming after you.
Like pop singers. There's gonna be very few that I like.
Britney Spears.
No. When I was young, he has some good songs.
Selena Gomez.
I don't
know
you probably don't know
than Ice Cream.
You probably don't know Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of her songs are really good.
Are you a believer?
No. He features in a lot of Post Malone songs actually. Though. Like he? 2 of them or something, but yeah.
I mean, I haven't really kept up with like the newer music.
Yeah.
Ariana Grande.
Actually,
I listened to a few of her songs. Don't like them.
I love.
Oh my God.
I love Ariana Grande. Like her voice is amazing, but I don't like most of her songs.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just. Faith is going to hate me for saying that, but I mean, I've already told her. But
I've already told her.
His son goes.
I just feel like I guess I can't say that I hate most of her songs. I just feel like they don't do her justice, I guess, because like her voice is so amazing.
She has such a wide range and she could do a lot more, right? That's what you're saying,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is Seven Rings one of her songs?
Yes.
Sujin, that's one of for Studios Jum or whatever it is. That's was one of her songs.
She covered that song.
Yeah.
She did a dance.
So I guess I have a little bit more for it.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, that was, sorry to cut back one real little corner for a second. There's actually lyrics of that song in the teaser and the new with the Mion teaser in the background. There's a giant cherry on a poster, and then there's lyrics from that song on the same poster.
Really?
Or maybe it was a different poster, but it's on there somewhere.
Was that the one that I posted the link for on Twitter, or I tweeted it out, right? Was that the teaser?
So. I think so. I have to look again.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, that same teaser has oh shoot, how'd they put it?
That's where she's in like a kitchen, right?
No, she's streaming.
Or she's streaming. Okay.
Oh, that's Oogie. That's in the kitchen.
Okay, that's the one that I posted then. Yeah. Okay.
On that same, I think the cherry poster has this one, and then the Ariana Grande one's in a separate spot. But on that one, it says, the cherry one, it says, what people say about you says more about them than you. which is such a like that's a shot at Shanae if I've ever heard one. The woman the actress who accused her.
Oh, I
Sorry,
see.
back to the main.
I see.
Yeah, it was shots fired, right?
Yeah. But yeah, I was trying to think if there was anything else with the Unforgiven. But yeah, I'm so conflicted. It's like love and hate.
You hate yourself for loving it so much.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think it's already doing really good, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much good content out there.
There really is.
I never thought I'd say that about K-pop, but
There's so
I can't
much.
say it enough. There's so much good content out there.
I'm surprised that I never thought that I would get to this point where I knew so many different groups, and it's really nice. But I didn't know that I had enough room in my brain for all this new information.
I mean, I still have all the like defunct one, like Vicks, like in my head too. So I
Yeah,
have
you
ones
got
from
all the
like
old
years
ones?
ago.
Oh, and the one thing that I wanted to touch on that I'm going to try to get you guys interested in.
Nope, not doing it.
You're doing it. I mean,
I'll
it's going to
consider
be
it.
talked about a lot in our household, so you're going to have to get on board with the, group that came out of Boys Planet.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Zero Base One.
Zero Base
Did
One.
you hear the what that like sounds like in Korean? It's something like belly. Oh shoot! Of course I can't remember it.
Yeah, why did they name? I don't know.
ZB1 is like
yeah,
something
ZB1.
belly something. I don't. Yeah, it's.
I
Like,
did not hear what it
I
sounds
mean,
like.
ZB1
No, I don't know what
sounds
you're
cool.
talking
Zero
about,
Base One, I mean, at least in English, sounds pretty dope.
yeah.
Yeah, but do you know what they're calling their fans?
No.
Zeros.
Someone that we're all a bunch of zeros. Yo, chat. Okay, I've said this.
But it's like spelled like zeros. Like
It doesn't
like,
make
it doesn't make
Don't justify it. Oh my god.
It's so bad. Like I knew it was gonna be bad. I knew it was gonna be bad, but I didn't think it was gonna be an insult.
Oh my god. Listen, this is okay. Like memo to the K-pop companies out there. The Idol has the same issue. Hire one native English speaker, just one. Have
do
them
the research.
proofread. Have run past ideas that are in English by them. Is this
I mean,
a
the
weird
group-
thing or
I don't know. The group must not have had a say in coming up with the fan
they
name.
Probably didn't.
You know, if
I
Jay
mean,
were
because
on-
they have a native English speaker in their group.
I'm just saying, if Jay would have made it, we wouldn't be zeros.
Oh my gosh, that's my god.
That's pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
But they're I mean they're gonna be amazing. They're all aces. They're all
I gotta like watch at
amazing
least the last few
performances.
episodes. Like maybe not the first few where they're like a bunch of crap ton of
Yeah.
people, but once you start getting to know them.
but yeah.
Actually, I'm gonna subscribe to Vicky and sometime soon because the variety show with Mion and Chaewon, Chaewon's the Seraphim, and Lee Jung Jae, the dancer, and I don't know. Oh, Hyeri. Yeah, but anyways, I'm
They're
gonna
gonna be on
subscribe to. Well, they already have episodes out, but they're not completely done at this point.
Oh well, you can watch
but-
it over here.
Yeah, actually, Beyond's on it, so
I'm in.
yeah. But well, I was gonna subscribe, but then I was saying I could also watch the Boys Planet thing too.
Wait, don't we have Vicky?
Yeah, Faith pays for it.
Okay. Well, dude, I'm sorry. I don't know where I went. I was
You're looking
thinking
like a
about-
zero over there, buddy.
But yeah, you guys, I do want to show you whatever upcoming like Zero Base One stuff comes out, and just more about Boys Planet in
Damn
general.
it, that was such a cool name, Zero Base One. Why do they gotta call us zeros or their fandom
Dude, well, they
zeros?
completely screwed that up then, Because let me look up what it is. Because now I'm like,
I mean,
they
even the initial ZB1 is pretty dope. Like, you could do a lot with that, I think. But
It's like Rose, like ROSE, but it's still like Z Rose.
that doesn't make it better. Doesn't make it better.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Is there time
They
to change it?
They didn't think,
Can they
that one
change that? I mean, they haven't really debuted, right? They can. There's still time. ZB1.
No one-
look, there's
no one
still
would
time. If you happen to come
should
across this
see-
podcast,
Oh my gosh, guys, I gotta show you the TikToks that have been made making fun of that and like light stick concepts. Oh my gosh. People have great senses of humor.
okay. So ZB1, if you happen to come across this, please, for the love of God, change your fandom name. There's still time. There is still time to do right by them.
Think it's too late.
It's not too late.
The jokes have been made.
The internet is ruthless.
Yeah. They're gonna be really popular regardless.
well, maybe it's
They're
just,
not
maybe
going to
it's
be
just-
zeros.
Maybe it's just noise marketing.
Yeah.
Because they have a faux pas on Korean side with the ZB1, and then a faux pas on English side.
Gets them more attention, maybe.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as negative media.
yeah.
Right? But
Well,
yeah.
they're nailing it.
Though
Somebody knew the assignment.
I still
Yeah.
need to watch some of the content that's come out about them, like, their interviews that they've done and stuff. I watched a little bit of it, but not all of it. But it's gonna be. They have a really diverse group.
Well, that helps them a lot, and traveling around and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Matthew's from Canada, so he speaks English, and then Ricky is Chinese, but he also speaks English fluently. And then you have Zhang Hao, who's also Chinese.
There's a lot of Chinese people in that one, apparently.
Yeah, well, just the two of them.
Oh, okay. Two. Oh, you know
Right.
what?
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just put them right together.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, it must keep going.
No, I don't. I think that's it. Am I forgetting someone who might be from somewhere else? I think it's.
Is all the rest Korean?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's impressive.
It's not really impressive. Everyone's kind of mad about it.
Really? I don't know.
Well, yeah,
I feel like.
because everyone's mad because not more global people got in the group.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
And technically, Matthew, even though he's from Canada, he's not Canadian.
okay. Well, that's why I said it's
He's
impressive
Korean.
that the fact that they're mostly Korean, because most K-pop groups are made up of a pretty diverse group of people, right? I mean,
Yeah,
most.
it's becoming more and more.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
they're aware that they're expanding, so I think
Yeah,
they're
I mean,
intentionally throwing people in there that.
you got members from Korea, Thailand, China, Australia, Germany, like all. Even that there's someone from the U.S. that's in a group, right?
India.
India, yeah. So to have 7 out of 9 members actually be Korean is, impressive. I don't know if that's in a good way or a
Yeah.
bad way, but
well,
either way, it's impressive.
is the outrage or whatever about or from like Western people though? Because
Oh,
I'd
I
be
mean,
surprised if Koreans would be-
Probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
with how nationalistic Korea is, I think that
Yeah.
they'd be like, it'd be a sense of pride for them to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
7
no,
out
of
of
course.
9.
Yeah, no, the global fans are a little grumbly about
Well,
it. I
it
think.
is called K-pop, so
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
can't
it's
really
just-
be too upset.
It's just at this point in their interest to make it more the team more global.
Well, right.
It's just because, like, starting off the whole group, it was half of them were from Korea and half of them were global. So I guess it just would have been nicer. People were saying, like, since there's 9 of them, it would have been great if at least 3 or 4 were considered from other countries.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
no, I
and again,
totally
like,
get that. That
Matthew,
makes
they
sense.
considered Matthew global, but he's still Korean.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm not, arguing against it. I understand it, but
But I'm really glad Matthew got in the group. I mean, I was gonna be sad if he didn't make it.
Are they temporary? Like, are they like IOI? And well, I don't know if you know. Like, are they like a 1-year contract? And
I
split?
think it's 2.5 years.
Okay.
Is what I heard.
Like,
I'm
they're
not
all
like
from different
I'm not
companies.
100% positive on that. Most of them are not. I don't know if any of them are signed with other have that debuted with before.
Oh,
I'd have to check on that because there were a lot of people who were on Boys Planet who were already in active groups or who had already debuted. I know that Jiyoon, who's in ZB1, was in a group that disbanded, and then he became an actor, and then he really didn't want to continue acting. He wanted to, be an idol, so that's why he went to Boys Planet. But I'm not sure about the others.
Yeah. I think Kepler's, I guess I'm not 100% sure, but I thought Kepler was a temporary group too.
Yeah,
'Cause,
they're supposed to be a temporary group.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want them to be a temporary group. I want them to keep going together.
I mean, is there a chance that you think that they will?
Well, they're all signed different. Well, I know that Eugen, I think that's her name from CLC. I know she's signed with Cube, obviously.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume.
Yeah, I mean, like they were all like a lot of them. I guess they were trainees under other companies. So I don't know how that works. But yeah, I haven't heard about like what Kepler's gonna do when.
I think IOI was only. Do you know IOI?
I don't really know anything about them. I mean, I've heard of them, but
No.
Yeah. Well, they were super popular, like super, super popular. But I think they were only together for a year because people were so upset whenever they like had to break up. But
yeah, well, that's what I'm worried about. What's going to happen with Kepler? But I mean, I guess if they don't have plans or they already have, like, I mean, some of those girls may already have plans for when the contract expired that happened a while back. So maybe they can't renew it or keep going. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. Everybody's talking about how Hybe's going to pick up Bahie, but we'll see.
Yeah, you never know. You think that like one company's going to sign one person, another person that.
I mean, I kind of hope that she gets into something else or into another group because she gets like no singing lines in Kepler, but
yeah, I don't know. I think I have actually watched like a variety show with them once. I think their last song, I don't remember what it was, but I wasn't as big of a fan as the last one, but I liked yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I'm happy Eugen, the CLC girl. I hope I'm saying her name right. Or saying the right name.
Saying the right name, yeah, I don't know.
But I'm happy she like getting, because they got screwed in Cube. They got so screwed. Like you have to look into that sometime. Like
apparently Cube sucked.
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say,
really bad because
like
they apparently screwed over Pentagon too.
Yep.
So
yeah. Well, the only chance you like have there is if you produce your own songs, because like CLC, long story short, is they didn't do that great at first. Then they had a song hit, and like they do pretty good, and then the next comeback they went back to the stuff that wasn't working. So
well, that's what happened with Pentagon too.
Yeah.
Basically, I mean, like Hotek wrote "Shine," which is like their most famous song, and then he had to leave because he went into the military, and yeah.
I always say Cube has like the best talent scouts, amazing talent scouts, horrendous management.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, especially for the talent. Like if you're that talented, and it's like Cube comes to you, it's like, yeah, maybe I don't. I'll take my chances.
Yeah.
But
I mean, luckily Idol's got so much control now. Like Soyeon has her own team, basically.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So
so like she knows what she's doing. She obviously.
Yeah, that's what
she's making. She's the one making it happen.
Yeah, that's what you got. It seems like what you got to do with Cube. You got to like not let them control you. You have to be like, okay, we're doing this and this and this. And they talk about how every time they present a an idea to Cube, they have to fight. Like every time Cube hates the idea, so they have to fight.
So dumb.
So yeah, like
Well, I guess that's
so
what's
does the
happening at
management
Pentagon
of Cube
too.
not want to be successful? Like, are they
It seems
literally
that
trying
way.
to tank the company?
no, it seems that way sometimes. Yeah.
Makes no sense.
I mean, if they don't want
There-
to be in the industry, I mean, there's
was-
easier ways to get out.
There was a whole video. I don't even remember all the incidences of like bad management, but like I watched the video that was like 40 minutes long, and it goes back like way back, like all the bad like terrible management ideas they had, and like no, it's
They're like, what are all the worst ideas? Okay, let's do those.
Yeah. Let's not take any of the good ideas. We'll just
Oh, that's a good idea. That's gonna be
I
profitable.
wish it sell
Nah.
GRP.
right.
Oh, speaking of that, CLC had Rose Lavie or something. It was Izzy one. That's Chewan and stuff. Anyways,
Mhm.
and One Young.
Yeah.
On Young. I'm sorry. Every time you do it, I'm gonna do it.
So Cube had that. CLC recorded that song, had it recorded, and then they sold it to Izzy One. And then it was a big hit for Izzy One.
What?
Yeah, that if you have to take a snapshot of like what Cube's about, that's it. That's your
record it and then give it up.
yeah.
Nah, they
Yeah.
can't pull this off.
Yeah.
No, this is too
Crazy.
successful for us.
Man, this sounds good. Let's get rid of it. Dude, I don't that's literally that's all you need to know about Cube right there.
Wow.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, on that note, I think this is a great stopping point for this episode, because I think we're at that time where we got to say goodbye. So, yeah, Nate, want to thank you. Amanda, I want to thank you for a great discussion.
You're welcome.
I think we had a lot of fun on this episode, a lot of laughing. And for the listeners, thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it and had as much fun as we did. And until the next time, stay awesome.
Peace.
Thanks, everyone.